Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at the DOUSSPRT men's water shoes, and I got these in particular in this nice little gray thing. So just right off the bat, I just kind of want to show you just how stylish it is. So it's not just your typical water shoe that really has no style with it. They actually put thought into design of this, so I like that. But you know, I live in an area where the weather is super unpredictable, and a big part of that means that you're gonna get rained on when you least expect it. And I was getting tired of getting my shoes wet, my socks wet. I think that is the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. So the solution was to get these water shoes. So I'm going to test this out today and see just how well it keeps me comfortable, or at the very least, let's see how quickly it dries. So let's just kind of talk about the features first though. So it's kind of hard to tell from the pictures, but it is definitely a very light fabric that you're going to be working with. So here you can even see my fingers poking through. So it's thin, but that's a good thing though, because I'm actually a 7 wide. I got this as a 7, and that wasn't a problem because that fabric is so stretchy. So even if you're wide, no worries, these shoes will fit just fine. I will say this, I ordered it a half size down, and there's still a little bit of room at the toe. Taking a look at the front here, so what's nice is that you can adjust the straps. You don't have to tie it. The insole you can also remove, so if you find that you may need a little bit more support, you can definitely switch this out. Just keep in mind, of course, you know, you may not be able to find one that's designed like this where it's breathable and it will let the water through, so you may have to compromise on the quick dry factor of it if you do change the insole. So just something to keep in mind. But I think definitely part of the reason why it works so well is because you can see there, it's a very breathable fabric. It's nice and thin. It's going to let out that water, and it's going to let the air through and pass through easily. And you'll see there are holes at the bottom, so that's how it works. Water seeps out through those holes. But the nice thing is there is a thinner kind of covering at the actual sole there. So it's not like there's just, you know, sand or rocks just coming up through there. It'll be blocked by that kind of thin sheer layer right at the very bottom. So I've got a few errands to run, so I'm going to go ahead and try these out for the first time today. And, you know, I might just go ahead and get them wet, and we'll see how quickly they dry. Alright guys, so it doesn't look like it's going to rain like it was supposed to, at least not when I need it to. So let's go ahead and just pour some water on these shoes. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, that's nice and wet now for sure. Oh boy. Things we do for the reviews. Alright, so now we got some nice wet shoes, and yeah, let's go ahead and walk around, run some errands, and see how long they take to dry out. Alright guys, so just even with these first steps here, there's no pooling at the bottom because it's already all seeped out through the holes in the sole there. So that's already a great plus for these shoes. So let's see how quickly they dry. Alright guys, so it's been about 30 minutes since I've been walking around, and I'll tell you right now, it already feels pretty much already dry, 90% there I would say. 10 minutes in, my feet were already fairly comfortable. It didn't feel wet the way it would if you had socks on in shoes that weren't, you know, water shoes. Even if it is a little damp, I mean, it's just a lot more comfortable them being water shoes. And considering that the sun's not out and I was in a store as well for most of that time, so if you're out in the sun and walking around and about, it might dry even faster than that. So if you're looking for quick dry shoes, maybe you're going to the theme parks, the water parks, especially going out by the pool or something like that, you definitely want to take a look into these today if you don't want to be walking around barefoot, but you still want something that's going to dry pretty quickly. So check these out today.